We're back. Hi.
Hi guys, welcome to the Holistic Connection Season 5. I am Isabelle Masozera with
Myla Mirabelle Musime.
the legendary, the icon, the one and only Myla is back. And of course, we have exciting topics. We have a lot of things that we want to talk about this season. But before we jump in, I've missed this little one. I've missed her. She's been away for so long. So we're going to start easy. So
Let's
buckle
get into
in. Yeah, I have questions.
I
Yes.
have answers.
Okay, so Myla, how have you been? It's been a while. We last spoke when you were about to do your end of primary exams, and you were talking to us about handling the pressures that children face when they're going to do, like really defining exams and transitions and etc. But I'm curious to know how you have been. I have questions before we get into the serious stuff, the deep stuff, as you like to call it.
The deep stuff. Well, I have been okay. I passed. Yay. And I have now gone to a higher grade than I was studying for. Well, I got to that grade and now I'm in the next grade. So
So that would be secondary school.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're now in secondary school. You're now 12 years old.
Coming close to 13.
I'm not ready.
You're not ready.
Yes, but I want to know, because it's been a couple of months, what are you learning lately and what are you unlearning?
Well, what I'm learning, I'm the therapist of my friend group, so I give the best advice. Honestly, sometimes I'm even shocked by my own advice. Yeah, and so like I love helping other people, but it's hard when it comes to me. So I'm trying to learn to listen to my own advice.
Okay.
Because I will tell my friends, love yourself, take care of you. You do what makes you happy, and then I'll be here doing something that literally sucks life out of me. So I'm trying to learn from what I say. Unlearning my habits, like my habits, such as my nervous habit. I bite my nails a lot, so much that I am so insecure. Even in pictures, you will take a picture of me, and my nails will be visible, and I'll literally just be like, hi.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I was in therapy, I was told that that's like a sign of anxiety, but it's also something that one can work on. Yeah. So are you trying to work on that?
I have been trying to work on that since I was 8 years old. But now I'm actually serious about it.
Okay.
Yeah, now I'm even asking God for help because this is such a bad habit. But it's not even just nervous. It's not even just when I'm anxious. I will watch something that makes me happy. I will be talking to happy people and I'll just be like,
yeah. So no biting nails.
No
We're
biting
working on
nails.
not biting nails.
And the little leg thingy.
Checking it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do that as well. I think I do. So okay, so you are working on, the anxiety, unlearning a couple of habits. And what you're learning is to be able to take your own advice.
Yep.
Okay. What is the worst advice you have ever received from everybody, me included? What's the worst advice?
Well, this wasn't actually from you. I'm not going to say who said this, but I've been told on some occasions to like suck it up, okay? Like it's not a time to be sad, not a time to cry. Suck it up. We're doing something important right now. Also change. Like actually change, full stop.
Change who you are.
Yeah, change who you are.
Who is this person? Who is this horrible human?
I'm not gonna say that because everyone's gonna go for their throats.
Oh yes. So you are beautiful, you're incredible, you're fearfully and wonderfully made, and nobody should ever tell you to change who you are. And that's not just for you, that's for every single person that is watching and listening to us. You are you, and there can only be one of you. And if you change,
what's the point?
Exactly.
God put you here to be you, not someone else.
Yeah, very, very true. Okay, now we can get into the deep stuff. Or do you have questions for me?
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, you
I'm
did.
going to do the
Yeah,
biting of the
yeah.
nails. Okay.
So, mommy, what's the worst advice you have ever received?
That, that I had to be a good girl.
You had to be a good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think that it was actually said, but there was that kind of conditioning when we were growing up, like to be able to please your parents, to please your society, to please your teachers, to please, your boss. You had to sort of like, be silent, be a good girl.
Be quiet.
Be quiet.
Don't voice your opinion.
Exactly, like marching orders, do the right thing, and like be a good girl.
Be good.
And I have, I found that in my 30s, especially, that there's been a lot of work that has gone into, okay, no, who am I? What are my values? What are my beliefs? What do I have to say about situations? And finding my own definition of good.
Yeah.
And that takes a lot of work. So that was the worst advice.
Yeah.
Okay. Another question? Do you have any?
Another question. Okay, let's see. Give me a second. I'm thinking. I'm digging deep into your soul.
Oof.
Okay. What's the worst advice you've given someone?
Oh my God. Okay. You didn't come to play. Okay.
No, this is serious talk. This is serious talk.
Oh my gosh. Okay. You caught me off guard on that one. I think it was probably to end a relationship.
Oh.
And I regretted that terribly because I was projecting. They were in a situation that it wasn't my place. I was looking at the situation. We all see everything in life through our own experiences, through what we know, through what, our knowledge, our exposure, our experience. And so I was projecting, what I was feeling about my own past onto this person who I so dearly loved. And it doesn't take away from the love. It just wasn't my place. And in hindsight, like looking back, yeah.
You're rethinking it.
Let people make their decisions, okay?
It's not your place to make them.
It's not your place to make those decisions. So I asked somebody to end something that I shouldn't have. I also feel like I've also given a lot of bad advice over the past. Statements like, grind. It's the grind, like hustle it out. Like the things like you were saying, suck it up.
Yeah.
Suck it up.
Grow
just
up.
do the work. Just put in the hard work. And sometimes it's okay not to do that. It's okay not to suck it up. It's okay.
To cry.
It's okay to cry. It's okay to lean back. It's okay to take the time off. It's okay. I'm also talking to a friend of mine who knows who he is. And I've been talking to lately, who's been working nonstop and all of that. And I feel like the society, the people around us, will reward that kind of mentality of like, suck it up. And it's the grind, it's the hustle. When I was growing up and I was your age, we would put our feet in cold water and we would read up until 3 a.m. in the morning, and you would cram things. You were doing things that were even detrimental to your health, just because you were, you gotta put in everything. No. Sometimes part of the work is knowing the limits of your mind, the limits of your body, your heart, to be able to say, okay, it's okay to take a step back. And I feel like I've also made that mistake with you sometimes, especially when I was in my 20s, in my parenting. I feel like most of what I did was influenced by what I saw, but like they say, when you know better, you do better. So, which actually brings me to the topic we're discussing today, because we got it. When you know better, you do better. We go back and we correct course. Yes. So the question's over. So we introduce our topic.
My hands are so clammy right now.
They're so clammy. Oh, you get that from me.
Yeah, I do.
See?
We're together. We're together.
I like that. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay. So, what are we talking about today? We're talking about integrating self-care in
Yep.
everything that we do, integrating self-care in everything that we do. I feel like women have done a great job when it comes to this conversation. We see a lot of conversations around self-love, self-care. Men are catching on, but now we want to talk about children. We want to talk about you and how we can make sure that even you are taking care of yourself. Like I said, there's so much pressure on you. Mommy wants you to pass. Daddy definitely wants you to pass. And yes, because we love you. We want the best for you. There's your peers who you feel like, okay, they're looking at me. What did they get? Yeah, did they get 99, 100?
I have to get above them.
Yeah. There's your teacher you want to make happy. There's so much pressure. But in all of that and expectations, where do you draw the line? Like, how do you balance that out to make sure that you're taking care of yourself?
Well, this is a conversation I have to have with myself as well. So, I feel like you put too much pressure on yourself because like everyone's looking at you like, oh yeah, this is my daughter. I'm checking how she's doing. Yeah, your friends are like, oh, you're the smartest in the class. What did you get? Everyone's looking at you. Everyone's like, how are you doing? Are you doing well enough? If you're not doing well enough, get better, do better. Is stressful for many. I'm speaking for myself. Many people have it different. Many people have it worse. We like the thing about children. We like making people happy.
Yeah,
it's like a second instinct. Sometimes, like speaking for myself, sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes it's even hard to tell if I'm happy. As long as everyone around me is happy, I feel that little pleasure in my heart. Like, okay, they're happy. It's okay. Like, as long as they're okay, as long as they're happy, everything's fine. Because, like, I will be that person who will be there for you, hold your hand and be like, no, it's okay. Breathe. Everything's fine. I will get better. But I'll also be that person who's sitting in my room and doing everything that I told them not to do. So this is a conversation that I literally need to sit back and actually think about, to actually talk about it, because I need help with this.
And I guess the biggest part of it is, and this was, I'm glad that we talked about this, because we had so many things to talk about today, because we haven't recorded in a while. There's too many topics, too many things to tackle. But self-love is very, very important, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. And you're being there for all these friends of yours. Obviously, as a big sister at home, you cannot even undermine that. There's little Lan running around and being all kinds of himself, and you need to pick up the slack from time to time and help him. And it's a lot. Okay, so if you don't take care of yourself, obviously you crash. So being self-aware, I'm so grateful that you are. Most kids don't know these things. Also, that realization of like, okay, I need to have this conversation with myself. I'm very grateful that you are at that point. So my question would be, what is my role as your parent? Because there's going to be parents who are watching this who are thinking, okay, how can I support my child? Because yes, I'm putting pressure on them, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I love you. I want you to be well mentally, and emotionally, every aspect of your life. So where do I come in?
Okay, so this is a journey that most people have to go on themselves. Yeah, I know it's hard for parents to actually hear this, because like your face says it all. You're just like, are you sure about that? But like it's something that you have to learn from yourself, because it's you. It's your habits that you're changing. It's your behaviors of putting everyone first before you that you have to learn to change, and learn to put yourself first, second. I'm not sure, but like to put yourself there, like make sure you're okay, keep on track with everything else, but also keep in track with your mental health and your mental well-being. You can support, like for example, I was talking to you about how I talk to therapy about how I need fidgets for my anxiety. As like helping with little things such as getting them what they need and things that will help them actually get better, because I know some parents will want to be there every step of the way, like, are you okay, every single second, like,
I'm always tempted to like ask every time you come out of therapy, what did you talk about, are you okay,
that's
follow
pressure.
up, like
That's like so much pressure in your growth when you're supposed to be helping yourself, when people are literally
by you,
like, are you okay, every 5 seconds you're going to be like,
so space,
support,
space,
but space. Yep.
Wait to be asked and do what you're asked of. Okay. Wow. I don't know if you have any questions for me, but I feel like we have dug in just a little bit. But I also want to know, like, because when it comes to self-care, we all kind of like approach that differently, and it's personal. It's a personal. What makes me happy might not be the thing that fills your cup. Have you done, because we've had this conversation but in a different way, we've talked about what you do when you're stressed to kind of deal with your anxiety, with your fears, with whatever it is that you're going through. But now sort of like self-care, these are things to like that make you happy. Like, do you know what those things are? Have you done the work to figure out like what makes Myla happy? What fills your cup? What makes you glow?
This falls into like coping. This falls into helping yourself grow. It's a mixture of being happy, finding what makes you happy. Now, the thing is, I am bad at coping. I am horrible at coping, okay? Because I give so much advice on here of how to cope, but then I will go to my room, lock myself there, watch a movie, sleep, wake up, read something. Then you'll remind me and I'll be like, what are you talking about? Huh? Oh, that thing. It's fine. Yeah. I forgive you. You forgive me. It's okay. So like, finding something that makes you happy, you have to first learn how you cope. Because if something that makes you happy is like something like dancing, for example, but your coping mechanism is writing, you're gonna find a balance between those two things so that they connect, and you can find a way to keep making yourself happy while building on your growth and mental health. Yeah.
Wow. I think we'll leave it at that. Yeah. So any advice you have for parents, and you look right there, any advice you have for parents who are looking at their kids, they can definitely see that they're putting in all the work, but they haven't even thought about the aspect of self-care for their children. Yeah.
Well, be there, give them space, but be there to give anything that they need to help them grow, help them learn how to cope, help them learn what makes them happy. Don't overcrowd them. Give them time. Time is so important, okay? It will take years for some people. Give them time, give them space, and just be supportive in any way that you can.
That's it, guys. Well, that's all we had for you on this particular episode. That is episode 1 of season 5. We will be back. Mwah.
Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.